in what was Cesaro's first ever one-on-one match for a world title in WWE. We saw what happened. There was a big hype around this match. Cesaro, obviously, this was built around him trying to defend Daniel Bryan's honor after Roman Reigns viciously attacked Bryan after retiring him, hitting him with a concerto. Cesaro not only wants revenge for his friend, but also he wants to finally get that brass ring, and he wants his first ever major title in wrestling. He wants his first ever world title in wrestling. That was the story of the match, and this was a great match. This was storytelling all night, other than Zombie Mania, was through the roof. Amazing storytelling at Backlash. This match was a great cap to that. The story of the match was Cesaro's injured right shoulder. They were working that the entire night. So he was really selling that the entire night, and they made it look like a big injury. Roman Reigns was obviously able to take advantage of that, putting him in the chokehold that he does, and making Cesaro pass out for the win, retaining the title. After the match, Jey Uso attacked Cesaro rather, with Roman Reigns' blessing, and then we saw the return of the Messiah, Seth Rollins. That's my Seth Rollins whiny heel impersonation.
That's absolutely terrible, but it's just as bad as his. It's just as bad as his heel turn right now. So
Seth Rollins came out and he attacked Cesaro and really injured his arm. He Pillmaned his arm, pinning it between a chair and then hitting it against the turnbuckle. So it looks like Cesaro and Rollins are going to feud from now on. That's going to be, I think, where this goes forward. Trevor, what did you think about this match? First and foremost, we'll talk about the aftermath. What did you think about this match and the story they told in it and how Cesaro looked? What do you think?
You know, a lot of people that I know that I do this podcast with, they hopped on a couple of things that we said last week about Cesaro. Like, what do you mean Cesaro? Cesaro's not that good. He's just a mid-carder. He's only a mid-carder because they made him a mid-carder. Like, Cesaro has put on some great wrestling matches, even in WWE, which they don't really cater to him at all. But he has put on some great matches, and he proved it again with this match. Like, Cesaro is a hell of a performer. It's a damn shame that he's never held a main title. But he is a great performer. An amazing performer, and him and Roman Reigns tore the house down. Like, and I loved them. They're working together. Their spots, everything, the storytelling, amazing, great. Honestly, him and Seth Rollins is going to be a great feud. It has been recently, but I guess my thing now is where does Roman Reigns go? Like, and that's my thing. Like, so you haven't seen Edge since WrestleMania. You haven't. I mean, he's done this program with Daniel Bryan to death. Daniel Bryan's gone now. He's had this program with Cesaro. Now, who's next? Now, is it one of the Uso brothers? The one of the Uso brothers turn his back on him and comes at him? Or, like, what are you going to do? Like, I mean, there are so many things you could do. Like, I mean, you could have Seth Rollins go at him. Like, I mean, it's a bunch of things you can possibly do. But I'm just curious what direction they take this.
Yeah, and I do think that's the question coming out of this, because we know that Cesaro is likely going to be, they're going to play up this injury angle with him probably for the next few weeks. Maybe Seth Rollins gets the Hell in a Cell match with Roman Reigns, the big-time Hell in a Cell match for the Universal title next month. Maybe they don't even do a Universal title match next month. What I want to see from the Roman Reigns thing, I kind of want to see a little bit of Brock Lesnar, because I know your big thing about Brock Lesnar that you didn't like was that he was never there, and he wasn't a fighting champion. He didn't defend it every month, right? But I thought, see, here's the thing. There's a difference between not being there at all, like Lesnar was, and not wrestling every month, not defending your title every month, right? I think there is a difference there. Because Roman Reigns, I think, got to the point where, is at the point where where Lesnar was, where it's like, I don't think he needs to defend the title every month, and actually I think it would be probably better if they didn't, because it would just be a waste of a championship match at this point, to be honest, because we know he's going to win, right? I want it to be a little bit like, it doesn't have to be like, oh my God, 6 months and he doesn't defend the title. No, but like, the major shows like SummerSlam, Survivor Series, maybe like Hell in a Cell, like he should defend the titles there. And in between, you don't really need to have him wrestle at every pay-per-view. He should still be on SmackDown every week, and he probably will be, cutting these amazing promos with Paul Heyman, showing his dominance, being like, hey, I'm not wrestling at Fastlane next month because who the hell am I wrestling defending this title at Fastlane? I only play for the big money, right? And I think that actually makes watching a Universal title match or World title match even more exciting, because you're like, okay, this actually matters because Roman Reigns is actually, defending the belt, and it gives you time to build up other stars. And that's like the one thing I think that's different than if you did it like Brock Lesnar did, because Lesnar would just never be on TV.
Right.
You would forget.
That's what I was about to say. It's one thing to have Roman Reigns do that as a gimmick. It's another thing to have him do it like Brock Lesnar did, and it be like his actual career. It was in Brock's contract. He just did it. He didn't want to be on TV. He was never on TV. He was on TV every once in a while when they actually had him in a big program with another wrestler, and he never defended a belt. And so you have an empty, one-sided card where you need somebody to fill in, and he wasn't there. Like, I honestly believe that gimmick with Roman Reigns would work. It'd be money because it would be a gimmick. Like it would really be a gimmick.
Yes.
This was Brock Lesnar. And
that was him. That was him. I think they shot. It's the first time ever someone's been shooted into a work. So like, I mean, but I think that could work, and it would be beneficial. I think, because again, like I do see it at this point being a waste of a Universal title match. If you, oh my God, Roman's gonna wrestle at fucking Roadblock, like defending the title against, I don't know, the guy Heath Slater. I don't even know. No, that was a bad example because he's not even with WWE. But you know what I'm saying. Like build it up to where Roman is, an attraction. Build it up where Roman is is actually only wrestling when his title is threatened, and it will make those matches mean even more. Because like AEW don't defend their titles every single month, right? No. I mean, other than Darby Allin, right? But he has an open challenge. But Kenny Omega isn't out there actively defending his title every month, or Jon Moxley, especially before him, or Chris Jericho. They did it for money. They did it at the big money pay-per-views, and and those matches, those are like the big time matches, because when you're going into a UFC show to watch a championship match, those UFC competitors probably haven't wrestled or fought in over 6 months or whatever, or a few months.
36 months, yeah.
Right. So for them, like for you watching it, it's like this big attraction. All right, it's a world title match. It means something. Anything could happen. And I think you could bring a similar feeling back to SmackDown and the Universal title scene with kind of spacing out Roman Reigns defending his title at these pay-per-views. Because again, you don't need to have him defending his title at B pay-per-views. I just think that's a waste. Unless there's a big time match you need to do immediately. But again, I don't really see anyone there who you need to do a big time match with that you don't do at SummerSlam. I think when Edge comes back, hopefully you do a program with him and Roman at SummerSlam, and I think that's a money match, So, and that's not saying I didn't like Roman versus Cesaro. I loved the match, and I thought it was great. This is like an exception to that rule. This is what I'm talking about when I say unless there's a feud you need to do right now. But again, thought that was great. As far as who is next for Roman Reigns, honestly, man, if you want me to be honest, I think what is it now, May? I think you keep him off. Not off TV, but you keep him. You don't have him wrestle at Hell in a Cell, man, because you can't no one's gonna put him in Hell in a Cell.
Put a number one contender match in a Hell in a Cell.
There we go. There you go. You're a better booker than most people in WWE.
This cup is a better booker than most people in WWE.
Big facts.